want some dick? Give me some dick. Do you have a dick, sir? Come up here so I can suck your fucking dick. I will drop to my fucking knees and suck your dick just to avoid women sucking my soul for all it's worth. Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a dick. I don't care. I don't have to keep track of you. Fuck that shit. Whip out your cock and stick it in my mouth. I'm done.
Onion boy, what is the secret of your power? Onion boy, won't you take me far away from the cucky cuck? Hey everyone, Irishman Rants here, and we got some more stupidity coming from Twitter's reaction to Manchester. As I said in the previous video, on May 22nd, there was a bombing at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, England, and it so far has claimed many lives and has injured many more. There was an asshole by the name of David Leavitt who made an insensitive joke about it, but there was another person who made some insensitive comments about the incident. Not just like two, like David Leavitt, but hundreds, I would say. And that's a guy by the name of Gregory Evarde, I think is his name.
So I heard you went to Planned Parenthood and got a baby pulled out of you. What was that like? Have I told you about my wonderful vegan diet?
Shit. Kill me now!
I'm planning on doing these sort of videos on Lil Cows called shit pieces. Currently I'm doing an episode on that Asian guy that's been pissing off all my friends. But I still want to do a video right now on Onision. Onision is a lol cow of massive proportions. I mean, do you want to see the pedo forum? I can show you the pedo forum. I have it on my phone. I can show you the pedo forum. No? Alright then. Alright, the first tweet, May 22nd, 7:34 p.m. was, I do not go to concerts. I do not like people because people blow up concerts. Yeah, because of all those terrorist attacks we've been hearing about concerts. Maybe he's referring to the Paris attack or something, but I thought that was actually just a dance floor or whatever. It might have been different. I'm so incredibly and sincerely sorry to all the Arianators and people involved in the terrifying incident that took place in Manchester. Yeah, it's kind of tame, honestly, for Onision right now. Like, we're not even getting to the bullshit. Oh, here's where it starts to come in. People died. Retweet me. That's just the tip of the iceberg. He's gonna get into full asshole territory soon. Don't you worry. He goes, seriously, every time someone dies, I can always count on Twitter heroes to talk about how much they fucking care. 1,000 retweets. Bravo, hero. Do you mention people who die of heart attacks, cancer? Not unless they're famous. Now a bombing or shooting. They'll get retweets. Go, go, go! Because people die of cancer, we shouldn't talk about the Manchester bombing. Makes perfect sense to me. A bunch of people died. I'm sad. Buying my new album. I'm very sad. Shirts available on my merch store. Rest in peace, people who died. So sad. Fuck you. You know, this is actually my first reactions to some of these tweets. Like, I only saw maybe like one or two, but this is me going through the whole laundry list of this guy's just... I don't even want to screen cap this, so my computer's not overheating. Thousands of people die from heart failure daily. You don't mention it. People die in an interesting way? How dare you not mention it? Ow. Okay, I fucking dropped that on my foot. That actually kind of hurt. Oh, here's the tweet that got me to kind of want to make this video. You only care because they died violently. Millions die daily. But this is special. Why? Because it's interesting. That's it. Wake up.
We're gonna ring a rang a dong for the holiday. Put your arms in the air, let me hear you say. We're gonna ring a rang a dong for a holiday.
But cancer, heart failure, you know, the leading causes of death, they don't bother you. Just deaths at events. We have to stop gun violence, the 3 millionth leading cause of death. By the way, what's cancer? Idiots. why are you getting mad at people mourning like the victims at Manchester because they're not talking about people dying of cancer? You're literally getting mad at people having empathy. Onision lacks empathy, and he believes that you should too. Like, this is the problem with Onision, is that once he has an idea about something, everyone has to do that, and if he doesn't, he can tell you to go kill yourself. That's basically him in a nutshell. It's almost like a hobby of his to just tell people to go kill themselves. Or ask underage girls to marry them or send nudes. But, he keeps going and going. It's just, it gets harder and harder to just be, oh my god. Let's say he says, I'm sorry. Yeah, example, my mom is dying from an illness. From a illness. They are our people, dying everywhere, and no one cares unless it benefits them or is interesting. That makes Onision go, I'm sorry. So, he's also a hypocrite because he's ragging on everyone for having empathy, but he just showed fucking empathy there. You can't even be consistent when you're pretending to be angry, Onision. Oh, and here's where it gets interesting. This is kind of where the tip of the iceberg came. Fact of the matter is, you tweet about deaths because they get you excited. Caring would mean tweeting about all deaths, as all human lives are inherently equal. But you mostly only tweet when the deaths are of celebrities or are achieved in abnormal ways, typically to larger groups. You are fake, your sympathy is a lie, and if you really cared, your Twitter would be an obituary, not just a fleeting, occasional bullshit statement, perfectly timed after a horrible, well-known event, clearly pandering for retweets. This is one of many reasons I hate people like you. You can't smell your own shit even when it's falling out of your mouth. Remember, this is the guy who made I'm a Banana.
I'm a banana, slide to DMs like I'm a banana, let's be friends.
That's not the right video. What the fuck did that play?
And this guy wants to lecture you on why it's terrible to feel bad for people who died at Manchester. And that you only feel bad about people who died at Manchester because they died in an interesting way. You know what? When Onision dies, I really hope that it's in an interesting way, because otherwise I probably wouldn't, give a shit. That's terrible to say. Just the mental gymnastics that you have to go through to believe what you're saying. You're literally just saying that you're not going to mourn for the people at Manchester because they are just like everyone else. It's very nihilistic. I guess that's kind of what it is, like nothing matters.
No, Johnny, these men are nihilists. There's nothing to be afraid of.
But if that were true, why did you just mourn someone's mom for dying of an illness? And even when I'm saying that, I start to feel like Onision. Like, oh my god, what am I saying? I'm saying stuff that Onision would say. Oh my god, I'm gonna rape teenage girls. I could bring up the pedoform. I could. It's very saucy. It's very saucy. No? Fine. Onision also made a video about this topic, which, I was thinking of doing a commentary on, but honestly, for one thing, I don't want to go back to the days of Professor Tom Nook Reacts. Second of all, that would mean I would actually have to break down an Onision video. And that's not something I could do when I'm just starting out and I'm just developing my skills as a critic of people. But here's a taste.
As I'm sure you're aware, billions upon billions of human beings have died before you. Like, we are just a copy of many people who came before us. Many of us are going to live totally irrelevant lives, and then we're gonna die, and we're gonna cease to exist.
We want some money, Labotsky.
It's over, right? It's over? Okay, good. I've already said my piece on how this guy trying to argue what you should have empathy for and what you shouldn't have, and how he's trying to apply the it's all of them or none of them logic to mourning deaths. What I really want to talk about is Sky Williams' beautiful response to what Onision had to say. He basically was very direct about how much he disagreed with him, and I think that it's honestly worth a watch. Go on to Sky Williams' Twitter account, he gives the full rundown. Many people have also speculated that Sky Williams was the one who was targeted by Onision when he was making the I hate people like you tweets. But I don't really know. I think he was just directing it at anyone. His tweet was more or less like those dumbass posts I see on Facebook all the time from my Facebook friends that say, okay, you could just walk away now. You know what? I don't have to deal with your shit. Like, you know what? Don't be a pussy. Just, like, say who you're mad at. Don't do this indirect bullshit, alright? Like, if I'm mad at this guy, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking eat your soul, you heartless whore. Really, the only reason I'm even bringing up this story still is because he's still talking about it. His last tweet about it was, you only talk about the lives lost that everyone else is talking about. You don't care about the lives, you care about the relevance. God, this guy's a tool. Okay, he's trying to argue that you're just trying to score brownie points, which, you know what, that's a big gray area. And yeah, there are some people who do try to say their sympathies for a person for brownie points, but at least they're showing some respect. Like, you say sorry for your loss. You might not have known the person very well, but you want to at least be respectful. And if you are doing it for brownie points, then fuck you. But what Onision is saying, that you have to make your page an obituary if you complain about one death. And let me just say that I'm pretty sure that if someone were to die in your life, Onision, you're either going to have to be open about it and say that you feel some sort of empathy for it, or you're going to have to go the vegan gains route and say, well, they ate meat, so, you know, fuck them. Here's the pedo forum, by the way. Here's the, it says my body image. You see all that shit? And he's definitely, he's not a moderator, but, he definitely had to shut this down. Oh, and, here's the my body thread. I don't know if I'm gonna have to censor any, images or anything, but, yeah. He's kind of a pedophile. He's having a bunch of underage girls take pictures of themselves in their underwear. Like he's a fucking Nyberg or whatever. I also went, in my research on Encyclopedia Dramatica today, the worst fucking website on the face of the planet, and I found out a couple good ways to, troll Onision, and one of them was apparently that you just need to, eat a banana. So, be right back. I'll just close my eyes again for the dream weaver train. Ooh, dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. Ooh, dream weaver, I believe we can reach the morning light. Climbing high through the starry skies. Yeah, according to Onision, this would count as content. Cross the highways of fantasy. Help me to forget today's pain. Ooh, dream weaver, I believe you can get me through the night. What the fuck? This video went places I didn't want it to go. Sorry, guys. Fuck you, Onision. I like bananas.
Some people believe in an afterlife. Who cares? For all we know, I'm just gonna rot in the ground.
What
and
are
that's
you
it.
doing with your life?
Today I saw a bunch of people
Look at you,
retweeting
sitting
and
in front
tweeting
of a
about
computer
another mass
Cheetos
death
crumbs all over
that
your
occurred
fucking
violently.
shirt. You're
And
dirt to me.
people get so
You're
excited over these
disgusting.
things. They don't realize why they're
Fucking
tweeting.
sick.